Hello everybody, in this particular video I am going to discuss don't prepare GPAT on YouTube. So before putting negative comment, give 2 minutes for discussion. Another thing, this video is a not promotional video for me or anyone. So I am speaking genuinely from bottom of my heart and I am giving my personal experience here. So what are the reasons why I am saying don't prepare GPAT on YouTube? So the reasons are here. In YouTube, content is not step to step manner. For example, if you were in alphabets A to B, B to C, C to D, like that we have. But in case of YouTube, we may find the video on A and you can find the video on B, but there is no video on C, D, E, F, G, but directly you can go with the J. So that means the content is not step to step manner in the YouTube. So that is the reason you feel lot of confusion and lot of distractions will come in YouTube. So this is the major reason. So in YouTube, if you are preparing completely on YouTube, so I am discussing this video for the students who are completely depending upon YouTube, but the students who are not completely depending upon YouTube, this video is not for you. So if you are doing, this is the one thing you feel difficult here. Another thing that user don't know how much content they need to consume. Like in case of YouTube, I seen a lot of videos. I also in my time I seen some of YouTube videos for GPAT preparation. But in case of nowadays, what happening means in lot of videos, one drug they are explaining more than 20 minutes. But in case of GPAT, you need to read more than 500 drugs. So if you are reading only one drug for 20 minutes, so for 500 drugs, it is highly impossible to read that many drugs from YouTube. Another thing that user is unable to know how much content they want to consume. So the YouTube, who are the persons who are teaching, they are teaching everything, but you are the person, you need to know what you need to take and what you do not to take. So that is the major problem with respect to YouTube GPAT preparation. Another thing that which thing you don't want, you also no, so we don't know what are the things we need to read, what are the things we don't need to read. So we are reading everything if you are reading on YouTube. Another thing that the making notes is the highest problem. So making notes is the problem. Another thing, so if you are to make notes, so you need to take a lot of time. That is the thing. You need to realize that maximum of people, as for my knowledge and as for my research, YouTube is used for to pass the semester exam. So like for example, a lot of students in my circle, I teach more than 3,000 students up to now. So they use GPAT for their semester exam purpose. So semester exam, a lot of students read before 1 week before the semester exam. So that means before 1 week of semester exam, we have a lot of the attention toward the exam. So that is the reason we see a lot of videos and we learn it and we can write it. But in case of GPAT, the thing is not like that, because GPAT is a long term run, but in case of semester we need to pass it, right? So that is the reason we pay a lot of attention toward the videos and we learn it and we can write it and we can forget it after that. Yes, this is the right thing, right? After semester exam, a lot of people forget the syllabus. Why? Because we are reading to get the marks, we are not reading to get the knowledge. So but in case of GPAT, the thing is not like that. You need to get knowledge and you need to apply it. And in case of GPAT, it is a long term run, so it is not a short term run. So that if you are reading for 1 day or 2 days on YouTube, it is not possible. So it is a long term run, so it is not at all possible to read from YouTube. That is the one reason. So don't go with the YouTube videos, why I am saying. So GPAT is long term, so you need to spend more time daily on YouTube, but it is not possible to spend daily on YouTube lot of time, because in YouTube we see lot of videos like funny videos, entertainment videos and movie videos, film song. So while you are seeing some video on educational, these are come under suggestions, so you get lot of distractions and you get notifications. These also give lot of distractions on YouTube. Another thing that, as for my knowledge, and I also run the ads, so ads is the major distraction. So sometimes you also see my ads about GPAT classes. So these are some lot of distractions. If you see 30 minutes video, you get more than 10 ads, video ads. So these video ads are lot of distraction. And at the same time, to learn 30 minutes class or 30 minutes video, we need to spend more than 1.5 hour time. Because why? Because 30 minutes it is highly impossible to learn 30 minutes video in 30 minutes, because we need to stop every minute and we need to write down the notes and we need to understand the thing what the teacher is teaching you, and we need to analyze the thing and we need to make them to concept to clear, then only we are go with the further step, right? So that to make that, we need to spend 1.5 hour to learn 30 minutes or for 20 minutes video. So that means YouTube is consuming a lot of time. But as per my research and a lot of research papers also showing that to get the audience retention is very difficult in YouTube. So that means if you are open one video and lot of students open one video and they will go with another video, so that means getting more retention on video is very difficult. Okay, another thing that no one is there to solve your doubt. If you are getting doubts, no one is there to solve your doubt. Another thing that the content is not a uniform manner, so that is the thing, lot of problems come. Another thing that YouTube is for semester exam. See, another thing I want to mention. So from your class, if you 100 students are there, just so as per my knowledge, maximum of 70-80 students will prepare from YouTube for semester exam. So this out of 100, 90 students are passing the semester exam by using the YouTube content or whatever it may be. I will agree with it. But in case of GPAT, only 5 people are qualifying GPAT from out of 100. That means what happened to this 90 or 95? These are passing semester exam. Why they are not passing the GPAT exam? So they are passing semester exam by using the YouTube content, but why they are not passing the GPAT by using YouTube content? So that means this content is not that much sufficient to qualify GPAT. That is another reason why I am saying don't prepare GPAT on YouTube. And so as for my knowledge, YouTube will help you to pass or to get good marks in semester exam, but not in GPAT. And if you in YouTube you have less retention of time, so like if you are watching one video, after 2 or 3 minutes you will get bored and you can skip, because in YouTube we have a lot of opportunities to do that. So that is the reason we just skip it and we just go with another video. So this is the another major reason you get a lot of distractions, and the thing you are not able to learn. Another thing that in each day we have 24 hours. In 24 hours, 8 hours for sleep, 8 hours for college classes, and 2 hours for journey. So completely 18 hours are completed in your life. So you have only 6 hours. So in these 6 hours, 2 hours for the like 1 hour for rest, 1 hour for like social media. So only 4 hours. In these 4 hours we have 1 or 2 hours homework. So in college they will go homeworks to write the records, to write the assignment, to write the exam. So like that we have only 2 hours. If you spend the 2 hours also on YouTube to learn GPAT, it is your preparation is not fruitful, because you need to prepare semester as well, right? So that is the reason in YouTube we are unable to consume lot of content. So instead of that, I will give best formula what you need to do, so it will help you. Another thing, so lot of distractions, suggesting notifications. So in my YouTube, if I open, I think to do some videos and some knowledge stuff. So when I'm consuming business type of knowledge stuff, I get lot of distraction, like movies, like film updates, lot of things, because we are young people, we watch movies, it is good to watch, enjoy, but these distractions are more. These will not allow you to do the fruitful preparation on YouTube. So this is the another end. In my personal experience, in order to learn one 10 minutes video in YouTube, I spend more than 40 minutes. Any educational purpose video. I'm not talking like something entertainment purpose video, because in entertainment purpose video we pay lot attention toward the entertainment purpose videos. But in case of not educational purpose videos, in educational purpose videos we spend lot of distractions, no interest, right? So that is another reason. Another thing that, as for my personal experience, I'm saying I purchased one video content course, to learn the aptitude in one app. So there is no ads and everything, only content. To complete the 60 hours content, I taken more than 4 months to learn the complete 60 hours content. But in case of GPAT, you need to learn lot more things. So it is highly impossible to read from YouTube to crack GPAT. So that is another reason I'm saying don't prepare GPAT on YouTube. And what you need to do instead of YouTube? So YouTube is a very beautiful platform. It will help you to somewhat extent to crack GPAT. But instead of that, you can do this like this. Ask your seniors who qualified GPAT to guide you, and as a mentor. So not guiding, as a mentor. That means when you have doubt, they always try to solve. Mentor means mentor, right? So ask your seniors who qualified GPAT as a mentor. Another thing that, ask you the students who missed the GPAT rank in 3 to 4 months. They are also having lot of knowledge. Ask them, and they also did some mistakes. So from that mistake, they will give lot of information to you. So ask these people to guide you. So These people also will help you to get. Another thing, that purchase one pharma competitive exam book of 1000 or 1500 rupees. But as for my experiences, a lot of students are saying that, sir, I am poor. But don't tell this word. It is about our mindset. See, we are spending more than 2500 rupees for 1 year to get the internet from the Jio. Same thing. So if you spend 1500 rupees, the book will be stay with you until your life, if you protect itself. So I purchased one book from last 5 years back. Still it is with me, and I'm still learning from that book. So that means book is the major source. You can purchase it. So don't tell that, sir, I'm poor. So if you just save some money of 1 month, you can easily purchase one book, like each day 20 rupees, like that. And if you're reading from book, means a lot of focus on it. So if still now the good habit is reading from books. So if you're reading from book means you have a lot of focus. So for example, if you purchase one pharma competitive exam book and you're reading from that book, so 1 hour you reading is equal to the 5 hours spending on YouTube. So 1 hour you reading is equal to 5 hours spending on YouTube. So you are getting a lot of information, less time. And decreasing of distractions, because no notification, no suggestions and everything. If you want to do that, you can switch off the phone and you can read from book. So in book, what are the awesome feature means you can highlight the points and you can underline the points and you can write some excess notes on this book. So that is the thing, and there is no need to prepare the extra notes, because in YouTube, if you are preparing, if you are learning, you need to prepare the notes, and in order to revise the topics in YouTube, it is highly impossible, because if you are not prepared any notes from YouTube content, it is highly impossible to revise the topic. So that is another reason. Another thing, that you will get material point to point detailed matter written in this competitive exam book. These books are written by a lot of others. You can read any book of your interest, so that you will get detailed A to B, B to C, C to D, like that information, not like in YouTube. Another thing, that in this book they will give always comprehensive manner. So in case of lot of videos I seen, they're giving lot of information what is available in Google. So that much information not good. To learn too much of information is also dangerous. That is the thing I want to tell. So another thing, that try to attempt MCQs in this book. These books also have MCQs, and use YouTube to shine your preparation to get the tips and preparation tips and something. So it will help you. So one thing, I given one image here. So if you have this fire on you, so this is a lamp. In the lamp we have fire. If you have that fire, so in order to protect that fire, we use the glass shield, right? So that glass shield will be as a YouTube, but you should have your fire in you. So that fire is your preparation, that is by your own. So you need to prepare maximum 70% of your preparation by your own. Use 30% for YouTube. So this will surely help you, this formula. But you are completely depending upon YouTube, surely you are gonna get something bad result, I can say. Okay, some people may get the good result, but that is particularly to that person only, but it is not possible. We can not generalize this thing. So I hope you are understanding. So this is not a promotional video for anyone, for me as well. So I'm speaking bottom of my heart and my experience I given here. If you like that video, hit that